number 2. Put your phone away. Party number 2.
I can't put my phone away, so.
Welcome to Preheqquis, the second party. It's an overcast afternoon when everyone suddenly appears on different paths. You see a town off in the distance, well, a village really, there's only a few structures. But you don't see anyone out and about.
There you go, and knock on the first door on the left.
That's gonna take you a while.
Yeah, it's gonna take you a while to get there. You don't want to meet these other people who are coming towards you? Maybe introduce yourselves?
I don't know, they're strangers. I don't know. I don't talk to strangers.
Oh, wow, okay.
Mama told me not to talk to strangers.
Okay, fine. So he's just charging off. See you later.
Actually, to be honest, yeah, I'm a drow, so I don't like people.
Fair. Okay, Kath?
Okay.
Ah, we're done! No, we went under you. I found it. Oh, hey, Cat, no!
Cat attack.
You tried to eat it?
Yes.
Yep. Our kitty cat. So, I will
Even after my
introduce-
dad dies the other day.
Hi there.
Okay.
So I'll introduce myself to the other party member since that dog just wandered off. I am Portia. How do you say my race?
Oui.
Tordensia?
Orgenzia. Okay. Oh, my full name is Portia Shakespeare.
Hi, pleasure to meet you. Pat on the shoulder.
I go down.
You're knocked prone, I guess.
Name's Scion. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, because
And I'm 6'4", so
Thunk.
nice to meet you.
I mean, you could always duck. It's not hard to do when you're 4'10" and 6'4".
Yeah, you can duck if you want.
I'll try to duck.
Okay. So, 3.5, so that would be agility or
That would be reflex.
reflex?
Okay.
Okay.
3.
Yeah, so roll your dice.
Oh,
I still get knocked down.
you're still knocked
You
prone.
get knocked down, but you get up again.
But I get up again.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
So, what are you doing in a place like this? What am I doing in a place like this?
How did I? Excuse me, ma'am. Those are mine.
There's no doubt that you hear me talking.
Just booming voice echoing off the hills.
I'm an idiot.
Yes, I don't know what I'm doing here either, and our other companion seems to be charging ahead.
He'll be fine.
Okay, what do you want to do next then? Since you hit me.
I don't know, but I could use a drink. How about you?
Sure, I'll take a drink.
Cool. Let's find an inn.
Nick? We'll say you're just about at the tavern by now.
Okay. I squint at the sign and realize it's a tavern, so I walk inside.
Would you like to do a spot roll?
Sure.
I'm not so sure that those giant D20s are advantageous for you.
14.
14. So, first thing you notice,
Apparently not.
right behind the bar, is a gigantic, hulking, pure black minotaur with white hair. Quite muscular. Behind her, on the wall, are an assortment of skulls of all shapes and sizes that have been turned into goblets. There's 3 tables. It seems to be pretty empty.
I walk up and say, "Can I get a drink?"
I don't know, can you?
Out of that goblet right there. Point at a random skull.
Out of that goblet right there.
The Minotaur reaches up, grabs a very small, looks like maybe a child's skull, puts it in front of her. This one?
Perfect.
What'll it be? Ale, mead, or whiskey?
Whiskey.
Slides it to you.
Tea dropper.
There you go. She slides it across the counter to you.
Much.
We'll decide that later.
Okay.
Depends on how much you're going to drink.
Okay. I start drinking.
Or Kath?
Are we at the inn yet?
Yeah, we'll say just about this time you're entering.
Okay. Well, there looks to be an inn over here. Let's go in. What do you say?
Let's go in.
Bad.
So you two enter the inn.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Kath, would you like to do a spot check?
Should be, but he's not.
Shame is a foreign concept.
Is that
That's a 4.
If I remember correctly, this thing is in.
Yeah.
Would you like to roll again? I'll give you a mulligan.
5.
I think your dice hates you. Time to go to dice jail.
What's your spot?
Where is it on this one?
It's along the right side under spot. It is a 2.
So a 7.
Yeah, 7.
You enter the tavern, and your first thought is, why is there a moose behind the counter? Matt?
Ale!
That's what you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were being facetious. I'm sorry. Okay, so you scream ale and throw your arms up in the air.
Like I just don't care.
The bartender doesn't look very impressed.
I look back. They are not with me.
My friend! Reflex it. Yeah.
Well, that was actually pretty good. 19.
You don't go down.
As he goes like this, I go, and he goes,
You hit the bartender. Slack across the jaw.
His fault.
She's hanging onto her chin like, ugh, good one. But she doesn't say anything.
once again, not with me.
Did I ask if they were with you? Did I ask twice if they were with you? Did I? No, I didn't. So shut up. Cat? You just saw. What's your race again?
Human.
You just saw a very tall human punch a minotaur in the jaw, but the minotaur you think is a moose. What do you do?
Why are you hitting that moose?
Yeah, why are you hitting the moose?
It's his fault.
Have you anything to say in your defense? They're blaming you for this.
I came here to have a drink, and y'all, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here in the first place. And you're the one trying to punch me.
I'm trying to punch nobody.
Speaking of drinks, she reaches over and takes yours away. I need this more than you do. Swallows
Yep.
it in one gulp.
Apparently.
Is there something I can do to help the three of you misfits? Or do I need to ask you politely but firmly to leave?
I don't know. We just showed up here.
As is the story with most travelers.
No, I mean, I have
Literally.
no idea why or how, but we just popped out of thin air. I was in the middle of I just finished my ceremony in the Underdark, and then I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a tavern.
Mm-hmm. And you're in another one now.
Oh, that's the end of my story.
You're a special kind of stupid. I get it. And you?
I was just making potions and I ended up here.
I think y'all are drunk and you need to leave.
I'm not drunk. I need to drink before I get drunk.
Out!
But drink.
Out!
Ale.
Out!
Ale.
Picks you up by the scruff.
Why is the moose making me laugh?
Gently deposits you outside. And stay out.
But ale.
Nope, you can't get in.
Just lay against the door. Ale. One hand.
I actually haven't had a drop to drink. I mean, well, no, actually, take that back. I had one sip before you took it back.
Okay.
Ale.
Hey, ma'am!
Yes, she bites.
But okay, I got up and walked out.
Alright.
Ale.
Thank you, moose. I'll be going.
I'm not a moose!
Ale.
Well, that was a spectacular fail on y'all's part. Now what? Would you... Come here. No, come here. Stop running from me. Okay.
So what was up with that moose?
The Minotaur?
It's a moose.
I suspect the Minotaur was mad because he slapped her in the face.
Ale.
Well, there's other things to do. There's a stable, there's the minstrel hut, there's 3 houses, and there's a well. With
Well.
who's missing the crazy lady.
There's supposed to be a crazy lady at the
There's
well.
supposed to be a crazy lady at the well. I forgot to put her there.
I guess I'll walk over to the well.
Wait, let me get the crazy lady. Crazy lady, where are you? There. Okay, I'll put her.
I'll walk over to the well and I'll flip a copper piece into the well and make a wish.
Okay. Flip your copper piece into the well. Do a spot check.
$29.
You hear a very faint, "Hey, you guys!" coming from the well. It's a Goonies reference. I was making sure you knew because you didn't look like you knew.
I look in for a deformed giant.
You see water.
I climb down into the well.
Okay. We'll come back to you. Cap. You guys are standing. Well, okay, so he's begging at the door for ale, and you're just kind of standing there doing what you're doing.
Okay, I'll go into...
To the minstrel hut? Alright, so you knock on the door like any polite person would, and don't barge into someone's house like I did yesterday. That's a fun story, I'll tell you later. You knock on the door. In classic, like, cartoony old movie fashion, a little slit slides back and you see a pair of eyes.
What's the password?
You're not running this campaign, shut up! Yes? Can I help you?
Yes, I just appeared here. I'm just wondering where I am.
You what?
I appeared here on a road, and 2 others are with me, but they don't seem to be asking many questions. So I thought I'd ask some questions about what's going on and who are you and
Where are we?
Yeah,
Where are we?
Okay. The little latch slides shut. You hear the sound of many locks opening. Click, 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 slide, 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 click, click, Wilhelm scream.
Chunk, chunk. Auga.
The door opens. Come on in. You go in?
yes.
Do a spot check.
Hey!
Yay!
18.
So you notice a very sickly looking woman, two ladies who seem to be probably her bodyguards, and what appears to be a woman and child cowering in the far back, staying as far away from the door as they can. Let me pull up my doohickey. So, you said you just appeared here.
Yes.
Care to elaborate?
Well, I was just making potions, and then I was on the road and with two other people, and one charged ahead and didn't care about us, and I introduced myself to the other person who pushed me down.
How rude. Well, we won't push you down here. I can assure you of that.
Okay.
Damn.
I should also mention the menstrual hut is like a sauna in a way. So everybody's naked but you. Yeah. Oh, they wouldn't have let the other two in. No way.
Okay.
I can tell you that much. Well, my dear, my name's Nautica. And your name is?
Portia.
Portia. Lovely name. Well, we hardly ever have visitors, so I'm afraid I'm a little flustered. Well, have you any business here that you know of, or did you? Would you stop? Or did you just appear and not really have anywhere to go?
I just appeared and didn't
Right,
have
can you
anywhere else to
spray
go.
bottle, please?
Well, would you be opposed to perhaps running an errand for me, since you have nothing else to do?
Thank you.
Yes, I don't mind.
You don't mind.
It's over
Excellent.
there.
I'll make sure to pay you handsomely.
Okay.
What I need are Pacalolo herbs. Let's see here. Give me a second here. No, not that part. If we get to that part. Well, let me, You're so sad about the L.
She's licking the spray bottle.
Let me, if you'll just stay here, I will send one of my women to get you some supplies, and we'll send you on your way. So she sends one of her bodyguards out. Matt, you notice a woman leaving the menstrual hut. She's buck naked. You're just waving at her.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else am I supposed to do?
I don't know, interact with her? You're the player, not me.
I thought I was interacting by waving.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or are you just going to cry about what ale the whole time?
Can you get me some ale? The bartender kicked me out. Can you get me some ale?
I guess I'll head towards the stables.
Okay. Do a spot check.
$19.
Do you add anything to it?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So you notice the stables don't look like they've been used in a really long time. There's a lot of cobwebs. It's really dirty. There's straw, but it's absolutely filthy and moldy.
Can I knock on
There's nothing to knock on. It's like the stables in Skyrim. It's just literally stables with stalls.
it? No, I knock on the wood.
You knock on the wood?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's trying to.
It collapses. The
I guess
whole
it
structure
wasn't
collapses.
very stable.
Nick, give me the spray bottle!
Bad.
You should have seen it coming, love, honestly.
Why did I marry you?
I ask myself that question whenever I see you two together.
I wasn't aware that you're married to us.
Yeah.
Okay, so the unstable stables collapse.
That's not what I meant. Okay.
I hate you. Nick! So you've dived headfirst into the well, basically.
Hello? Is anybody here?
You're swimming in water. The crazy lady looks over at you.
Like you're crazy.
And here, I thought I was the village crazy. There's no reason for you to be here, though. You're male. You couldn't possibly live here. Are you a traveler?
Yes, I guess.
You guess. Let me guess. You appeared here out of nowhere, drawn away from your own world.
Yep.
That's what they all say. I believe you.
Why, did you appear here too?
No, I did not. I was forced here. But I shan't tell you the story whilst you're drowning. That would be a strength check, right? To make sure you're keeping your head over water. Because you are pretty much...
Check.
Okay, do it.
Check.
Let's see how you're doing. Are you drowning yet?
I'm gonna guess that I don't have to add anything to that because that was a natural 20 right there.
Oh, then yeah, you're fine. Mayhaps you'd like to climb out?
So that was a 21.
Okay. Mayhaps you'd like to climb out? Or would you like to stay down there and have me call down to you?
14 climb check.
Yeah.
Okay, so you climb out. Care to do a spot check?
$15 spot check.
You notice there's an unusual number of birds of prey around this woman. All of them giving you the evil eye. There's a roadrunner who has a rock. And he's just sharpening his beak with it.
There's a black canary. Another.
Shut up. Shut up. You're not the DM.
I'm making a joke, love. Birds of prey.
Shut up.
Animal handling.
It's underneath.
Don't bother,
I
dear.
reach down to the roadrunner and it stabs me in the hand.
No, it smashes your hand with the rock first, then stabs you with its beak. Don't try, dear. They're not very tame.
Very nice. I don't like him.
He doesn't like you either, dear. That's why he hurt you. Like I said, they're not very tame.
I aim just to the right of the roadrunner and I shoot an eldritch blast.
That poor roadrunner. There's just a sizzling spot on the ground where it used to stand.
No, I aim to the side.
Yeah.
You hit the roadrunner.
How? With a 16 to shoot
Because
right next to him.
DM says so.
Because I say so.
Okay.
And just the image of a sizzling spot where a roadrunner, an asshole roadrunner used to be, is hilarious to me. I hate roadrunners. They're evil and suicidal. So the roadrunner's gone, and the birds are giving you an even worse stink eye than they were before.
I'm gonna ask, what's up with your birds?
They're not my birds.
Why are they following you?
I don't know. They just do. On that note, Kath. So you're still in the hut, and her crony's gone off.
Should I kill him?
We've got moved on. You're on pause.
It's Kath's turn.
Okay.
Can I go over to the woman and child and ask them what's up?
Sure. Nautica's keeping a close eye on you, though. She doesn't seem to like that you're talking to them because her body language is very stiff. And her eyes are narrowed. But she's not doing anything.
Okay. I'm going to ask them what's up with them.
Nothing, says the mother. Nothing's up at all. We're just we're new here. So we're still learning all the rules and meeting people.
Oh,
But we're also wary of outsiders. As she speaks, she kind of gets between you and her daughter.
okay. Did you just appear out of thin air too?
Yes.
Where's
Okay.
the charging?
Yes, that's exactly how we ended up here. How did you know?
Why did you do that today?
Why are you breaking things?
I don't know why he's breaking things.
I can't find the charging port.
Oh.
Should we hit a pause?
We're just waiting for Nick to get his act together.
I thought about the time, that's fine.
Ooh, that was a nice little spark.
Ooh,
Thank you.
that's not good.
Okay.
Okay,
Go
where
say
was I?
so.
You asked them where they came from, if they just appeared too, and they said, yes. That is definitely what happened. Yes.
Okay. Do you have any plans to get back to where you came from?
She glances a wary look at Nautica. No, not at all.
Okay.
What's insight?
Sense motive.
Sense motive. So you can do a sense motive check.
Come on, out of there.
Get away, Jason! Where'd she go? She's flopped, okay.
Let's see. Do I have anything in sense motive? Oh, there it is. I got nothing, so what I roll?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it not showing your wisdom?
I don't know.
What's your wisdom?
My wisdom is 14.
This is +2. Why are none of your things showing?
I don't know.
That's a roll +2.
What is it?
20. Unnatural.
Nice. So you can tell that, no, they really don't want to stay here, and the mom is exceedingly on edge. But you also sense that there's something keeping them here, and that's why they can't exactly just pack up and leave. Would you like to press the subject, or would you like to drop it for now?
I'll drop it
Okay. Matt.
The unstable stable is no longer a stable. Guess I'll make my way towards the wall.
Alright. You make your way to the well. You see the drow and an older woman conversing, and suddenly, a roadrunner that was there is now just a smear of ash on the ground. There's a lot of birds.
Friends!
Everyone turns to look at you. All the birds. That's a lot of eyes.
That's a lot of fish.
That's a lot of damage.
For...
Handling?
Yeah. What's the associated skill? So that I know what modifier to go with.
Charisma.
Charisma? Okay. So that's just a straight die roll. 17.
For
Handle
Handle animals.
Oh,
Trying to make friendly with the birds.
The hill will lie.
an albino hawk, blood red eyes, beautiful pearly white feathers, flutters over and lands on your shoulder. He starts rubbing his head against you like he loves you.
Pull out a piece of meat.
He eats it. Wow, I didn't know it did that. The old lady looks quite impressed.
What's going on here?
It would seem that your friend has just stolen one of the birds.
Okay, let's see.
Does this belong to somebody?
Ah,
Well, you said I stole it.
she's a crazy old lady. What do you expect? Sense? Logic? All of the above?
I have an intelligence or a wisdom of 9. What do you expect from me? Sense? Intelligence? Wisdom? All of you?
Anyway. So you've killed the Roadrunner. You've just watched him tame a white albino hawk. Now what?
Is there anything to do in the city?
It's a village.
Of his village?
There's not much to do except talk to people.
No, I'm asking the crazy lady.
Yeah,
She's telling you that.
That's what
Oh,
she said.
okay.
There's not much to do here but talk to people.
Okay.
Maybe get a drink at the tavern if you're lucky.
I've got a drink, but then the Minotaur stole it from me.
You're not lucky.
She stole it from you?
Yes, because he slapped her across the face and she took my drink.
Oh.
It was his fault.
Let me tell you a secret. If you want to get back into the tavern, you have to pay the right price. The right price. She's a very nice thing. But she doesn't just take gold, copper, silver. She'll take any form of entertainment as payment. So if you can somehow entertain yourself back into her tavern and continue to entertain her, not only will she give you an endless supply of drink and actually let you back in, she'll give you food as well. She's polite to converse with if you don't slap her across the face.
Isn't that right?
Oh.
I don't know what noises hawks make. So.
I'm very tempted to just throw a vial of poison at that bird right now.
The bird didn't do anything to you. The
Yeah.
Roadrunner did. You took care of it.
That is true. Maybe I'll sort of down his throat.
You can try.
If that's what you want to do, I'm not going to stop you.
I'll walk back into the tavern and tell him knock knock joke.
Okay. So you literally knock knock. Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Apple.
Apple who?
Aren't you glad I didn't say orange?
She slams the door open into your face. Reflex.
That's hard reflex.
Oh god. No.
You go flying so hard you hit the side of the menstrual hut, slide down, comic book style.
What was that noise?
I don't know. What do you want?
That was amazing. Do it again. I wanted a drink.
You already had one.
No, I haven't.
starts to close the door. You can try to stop her.
I run over and try to use my strength. No,
You're too far.
Hey, your stable's broken.
It's not my stable.
It was unstable.
You can let them whenever you want. Whenever you...
Are you gonna try to offer her entertainment or something?
I just look at her and I go, can you please slap him?
Nah.
I'm entertaining.
Meanwhile, the crony from earlier has returned carrying what looks like a rather decent-sized satchel. She's buck naked, still.
Okay.
There's no sense of decency in this village.
Okay, I take the satchel.
She's not back in the hut yet.
Oh,
Did you come out?
no. Yeah.
She's still outside. She's in front of Nick right now.
Okay. I'll walk over to the other ladies.
I try to switch the satchel with another satchel.
It's not your turn.
Okay.
So you go to the other ladies, so I assume you mean Nautica and her second crony. Okay.
And I ask, do many people appear here often without cause, or?
Not really. It happens on occasion, but it's really, really rare.
Which is your right moment.
Come here. Come here, you troublemaker. Stop it.
Can I? What did I do before work? Was it
Sense motive.
Sense motive.
sense motive? Okay. Can I sense her motive?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can try.
Apparently, I know nothing.
What is
Your name is Jon Snow, and you know nothing. No.
It's 5.
No, you can't leave. I love you. No. No, you must help me co-DM. Stop trying to leave. Well, if we've no further business, I believe one of my girls is back with your satchel. I require a decent amount of the Pokalele herbs, and it would be in your best interests to head out right away.
Okay. Which direction? Since I'm not familiar with this world.
Westward.
What does
Before
it
the-
look like?
It has 5 separate branches of leaves on it, and a very pungent smell. You'll know it when you see it.
Okay.
Just don't burn any or eat any.
Okay. I shall do.
The crony opens the door with your satchel.
So
Here you go, lady.
while she's passing by me, I'm gonna try to quickly grab the satchel and throw it into the bar.
No. Just no.
Door's closed. How could you throw it into the bar?
You try to steal her satchel. A hand comes out of the sky, pulls it away from you, shakes its finger, no, 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 flicks you on the nose, and disappears.
No, no, no. Didn't say the magic word. No, no, no. Didn't say the magic word.
There it is.
Kath now
Are you the
has,
one that pulled me away from what I was doing?
It disappeared.
it's gone. So Kath, are you coming out of the hut then?
Yes.
Kath comes out of the hut, and she has the decent sized satchel with her.
Friend! I found a friend! Points at the bird.
Hey, the keys, let me clean them.
Why do you have birds?
It's friend. I'm gonna name him Midnight.
Okay.
He's white.
That's racist.
I'm headed westward.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
You never know what kind of crazies could be around.
It's true.
This guy was swimming in the well.
I can vouch, she was swimming in the well.
kind of voice?
A voice.
In your head?
No, in the well.
Are you sure it wasn't in your head?
Mhm.
Well, have a nice time,
Well, I mean-
dudes.
The other job did put me through quite a bit of a strain, so I could be a little crazy, but
Who said
so.
goodbye?
What crazy lady. Bye, dears. Have a good trip.
We'll
See you
be-
next fall.
We'll be back.
I'm sure you will. I don't want to draw out a huge field, so just pretend there's just a giant field.
Oh,
It takes about a half a day's worth of travel. You enter. Where is it? You enter a vast plain. There's no protection, no shade, hardly any water, and it's getting hotter by the minute.
It's getting hot out here.
Matt, it's technically your turn.
Oh, it is? Okay. So we're heading towards the field. I'll do a search check. Just to see
Search or
what-
spot.
search because I'm actively like looking for like making sure we're going the right way.
Oh, isn't that tracking?
No. 12 or
Because
13.
spot is to find something. Search is to like search a box or.
Search is to search an area for something. And we're searching for these plants.
You see plants everywhere. Are they the right plant? They're just plants.
Or that
Yeah,
is
look at
search.
all these plants.
That is search. Never mind.
There's a plant there, there's a plant there. Check out. I take two little plants. Let's go. One plant.
Seriously, Kimmy?
Cat.
I honestly have no idea what we're looking for, but I found plants.
Go.
She can't go anywhere. She's stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, that sad little face.
It's like, what do I do?
So
What did I do?
Getting into stuff. She needs to stop.
She's a cat. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad.
Yeah.
That's true.
she keeps getting into things. Well, you know, she's like, she needs to stop it. Stop what? Being a cat. Well, I mean,
She's a cat. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so he's noticed that there's plants everywhere. And he's playing with the plants now.
Are they?
do I still have the bird?
Yeah, you still have the bird. He's your bird.
Two little plants on the front so that it looks like
Okay.
And I'm the crazy one.
Well, you did jump down a well.
I'm just playing
I
with my bird.
heard someone in there. I thought they were drowning. Sorry.
I'm just playing with a bird.
Yeah, but everyone can see the bird.
Fair.
What do the leaves look like, or the plants look like?
I don't know. They're the one who told him to you.
So you can't see the plants that are on your bird's head.
Oh. What do the plants look on the bird's head look like?
Chickweed.
That.
Okay, yeah, those are not the ones we're looking for, so we must continue.
To be fair, I don't know what we're looking for, so.
It's a plant with 5 leaves, and we are not to eat it or burn it under any circumstance.
Sounds illegal.
Oh, and it's green.
Well, most plants are.
Not all plants.
I know, that's why I said most.
This one is not. I point to a dandelion.
I point to its stem that's green.
All of a sudden, the dandelion gets up. He's got a cane and a hat. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime gal. And just walks off.
I think that made me green.
This is y'all's time. Y'all are interacting.
I say we'll continue west until we find a plant.
Would you like to do a search, Kath? Since you know what we're looking for? What you're looking for?
Did they show you what to look for?
They told us.
Or just tell them?
Just told me.
Oh. What's in the satchel?
I haven't looked yet, actually. I open the satchel. So I do.
It's in the satchel.
In the satchel, there's a loaf of moldy bread, some stinky cheese, and some stagnant water.
What's that for?
That's what Nautica gave you as provisions. She's not a very nice lady, in case you can't tell.
To be fair, we don't know her, so she could be nice.
That looks rotten. We probably should dump that out.
Does the raven want any of it?
What
It's
raven?
not Raven,
Oh,
it's a
is
hawk.
It's a hawk?
Wrong campaign. The
It's
Raven's
an
in the other one.
albino hawk.
How's it not dead?
Magic.
How are we not dead? It eats, it breathes, drinks water, I assume. They say not crazy.
Okay, throw out the rotten provisions, but I'll keep the bag.
So you have a bag. Cool. Would you like to do a search for the...
I'm pretty sure that a
14,
16
yeah.
succeeds.
Sorry, my mouth was full.
No worries.
Yeah, so you're noticing it's sparse, but you're seeing the plants.
Okay. Do I have gloves in mine?
No.
I don't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yes, you have a traveler's outfit, so yes.
Yeah, traveler's outfits automatically.
I will put on my gloves and start gathering what I see.
Are you putting it in your bag?
Yes.
I'm just keeping watch. She seems to
So
know what she's
I'll look
looking
at the plants that she's pulling up, and I will go look for some myself.
Okay.
And remember, don't eat it or smoke it.
Eat it or burn it.
Oh, either.
Didn't say we can't smoke it.
Well, technically, smoking is burning. But
I'm gonna get how much do we need to get?
A satchel full. As much as possible is what they said.
Okay. So I will pull up as much as possible in one hand, go back over, put it in her bag, and then as we're getting ready to turn around and walk away, I will pull out my flint and steel, my torch, light the torch, and throw it.
So you want to set the field on fire is what you're saying. It's your campaign. I'm just running it. So yeah, herbs start burning. The scent fills the air. It smells almost like a skunk. And you could swear it's starting to get really silly around here. You all three of you start giggling. What's so funny?
why did you start burning it? They said not to.
What's so funny? A small band of human bandits approaches.
This guy was swimming in a well.
Where are you now?
Yeah, he dove into it, hearing voices.
I see.
Yeah.
Would he also happen to be the one responsible for burning the field around us?
Yeah.
It's all him.
Did you not realize that would probably get us all killed?
Where did you guys come from?
You answer first.
I didn't even know there was anyone out here other than the three of us.
And? It's not just your plane, pal.
Yeah.
We have just as much right to be here as y'all do.
Yeah.
You shut up.
Yeah.
I go back and grab my torch and I say sorry, and then I put out the torch.
It's burned. There's nothing to grab. You're burning the field. Yeah. It's a wildfire, and you're pretty sure in the distance you just saw Bambi.
Oh no, Bambi!
They killed Daddy's mom.
You.
I mean, I'm a metro, so.
Well, before you set the entire field on fire and trapped us all here, did you happen to gather any of those herbs?
Yeah, she has them.
Hand them over.
No.
Did I stutter? Hand them over.
No.
I'm not asking. And I'm especially not asking you.
Yeah.
They all just slowly.
Have we stopped giggling now?
No, y'all are giggling. They're starting to giggle too.
Shall I magic missile them?
If you do, it'll be roll initiative.
I mean,
Well, it's surprise.
how can we take you seriously when you're laughing like that?
We're not laughing as hard as y'all are.
True, but
You're laughing like a bunch of hyenas.
We're not the ones trying to take stuff away from people.
Doesn't matter.
Apparently, I fall down.
So you go to cast magic missile and just
Magic
trip.
missiles are not a hit, not a.
Oh. So what were you trying to do? Was
No,
it
no.
magic missile?
Yeah, I was gonna use magic missile.
Yep.
So
Fail.
it doesn't even go off. It just kind of peters. It's like fizzle. So a magic missile doesn't even come out.
Okay.
So you're just gonna let them take the herbs from
You can roll initiative and fight.
We're trying to talk them out of it.
You
Well,
can use what's persuasion in this one.
Diplomacy.
You can use diplomacy. You can roll initiative.
I'm gonna tell them we should probably get the. If you want the plants, you should probably get that. You should probably get that fire put out.
There's 5 of us and 3 of you. It'd be very easy to take them from you and shove you into the fire.
open the bag and throw it in.
He's not with it.
That's what you want to do?
Yeah.
Well, shit. Okay. No! We were hired to get those! Why would you do that?
Well, I was also hired to get them, but I couldn't find some more.
Who hired you?
An old lady in a hut.
An old lady in a hut.
Yes.
What was her name?
What was her name?
Nautica.
Nautica.
All of them were just confused. That's who hired us.
Really?
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 Really? Ooh. Well, it seems we're at an impasse, and if we don't move, we're all going to be engulfed in flames. So I recommend that we all run for it and discuss this where it's safe.
Second.
Okay? So they take off through the flames.
We follow them. Or, I follow them at least.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave them down because they're not very steady.
Work
So y'all run through the flames as fast as you can.
on a cold winter's morning.
Oh, okay. So y'all run from the flames, get to a safe distance. There's just flames and animals and stuff everywhere. How much was Nautica gonna pay you for those?
Not a clue.
She wasn't gonna pay us in money. She was gonna pay us in provisions.
A week. She was gonna give us 100 gold each.
Well, looks like your chances of getting that 100 gold went up in smoke.
They all turn to the youngest of the group. Well, there goes your college tuition, sweetie. Sorry.
Point at him.
He's not the one who threw the it was her!
Oh, well, he's the one who started the fire.
True. So, yeah, you know what? You're to blame. You are 100% to blame.
I mean, we could go back.
And what? Get the ashes?
There's nothing left. The fire is starting to die down. There's nothing left.
You burn the body.
Well, now what are we all supposed to do? I suppose we could all take off and never speak about this again. And the next time we meet, perhaps it'll be bloodshed. Or we can go back and beg forgiveness.
We can say a lightning bolt hit the field.
We could, but there's no evidence to back it up.
No evidence to deny it,
I'll give you that. Sometimes it seems you can be smart.
Let's go with your plan.
Okay. So the trio of travelers and the band of bandits are going back to the village, apparently, and I need to use different NPCs now. Because I am lazy. Okay.
Tap, tap,
Oh. Gotta put everybody back on the wood. Y'all still didn't visit those 3 houses. Fine, Cadence, just fall over. Sure, who cares? Crazy lady's still at the well.
Whoa.
Let's see. Start falling over. Thank you. Let's see who can use. Okay, so everyone's returning to the village. The 3 of you are being flanked by the merry band of bandits.
Friends.
Oh, merry man.
Oh, merry man, we're men. We're men in tights, tights. Okay. Nautica and her cronies are waiting for you just in front of the tavern. The crazy lady's kind of looking like, this isn't gonna be good, as though she has an inkling of what happened. You've returned, and much sooner than I expect.
Yeah, there was a problem.
What was the problem?
Lightning.
Lightning. And you mean to tell me the entire field went up in flame?
We tried to put it out, to be fair.
Is this true?
Yes.
Yeah, the entire field's gone.
Well, I'm afraid I won't be able to give you any provisions for your travels.
It's fine. We found friends. Point gesture to the bandits.
Oh. So you did. Well, isn't this an awkward situation?
Indeed. Why didn't you tell us about these friends?
Well, first of all, I don't have to explain nothing to you. You ain't my man.
But we're friends.
We're not friends.
We could be friends.
We are not going to be friends.
Bird wants to be friends with you.
The bird can go suck a dick. Saddest call ever. Well, no matter. All of you have failed. You're not getting your provisions. They're not getting their gold. You have no further business here. I suggest you leave promptly. She turns, walks away. The 2 cronies are still eyeing y'all. I'm just gonna say this is taking a drastically different turn than the last one did.
Well, I suggest we leave if anybody else doesn't have any better ideas.
So why do we end up here? No,
Oh, her?
yes.
She stops. That's where all of you seem to end up.
Why?
How should I know? Keeps walking.
No help at all.
Especially now, you're no help at all.
In fact, he seems to be a hindrance. I might not be that wise, but
11? Sense motive?
She
No.
honestly doesn't know.
Okay.
That part, at least, she's being truthful about. She honestly doesn't know.
So what were there before?
None of your business.
doesn't matter now anyway.
It doesn't matter now, anyway.
Fair enough.
So you're just watching her leave.
Well, I was gonna walk out the door.
There's no door. You guys are
We're
outside.
outside.
Oh, we're outside.
You met outside, like, in the kind of village square area.
Oh,
Near
okay,
the
I'll
well.
Go back to the tavern if
Going back to the tavern. You open the door. There's the moose, serving a good hot dinner of roasted suckling pig to the mother and child.
I invite the bandits to the tavern.
Okay, or I guess everyone but Nick so far is going to the tavern.
I'll go outside up to the outskirts of town and set up camp.
Which way? This way, that way, this way, that way.
Here.
Here.
He wants to go back to the well.
Yeah, I know. My thoughts exactly.
So, here we all are in the tavern. Who's buying?
I'm buying.
With what?
I have 70 gold.
I have 7.
Oh, yeah, okay. Everyone gets one drink.
Money.
She's gotta make money somehow.
Yeah.
Alright, so you all got one drink.
We're men. We're men in tights. Tights.
You're the only man here.
It's figurative.
The 16-year-old is watching you with interest, trying not to giggle.
I start a Irish drinking song. Oh, day 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 day.
A few of the bandits join in.
Hey. Swaying, singing, drinking. You're not here, so you don't count. Your opinion matters not.
Why camp so far away from everyone?
You don't like people.
I don't like people.
Hey, there's
People
no.
don't like me.
I'm pretty sure they like you, or at least tolerate you.
He was swimming in the well.
There's just a chorus of laughter from the tavern.
And then I bought the horse a prostitute. It's from a webcomic called Least I Can Do. He buys a race horse, and they say the horse needs to relax, and so he actually buys the horse a prostitute. But it obviously doesn't work because he's not very knowledgeable.
Okay. Wonderful. So, are you going to try to get home?
I mean, I don't know how to, but yeah, that's my goal, is to find out where we are so that I can get back.
I wish I could go home.
Where are you from?
Ever heard of a place called the Darklands?
No.
Doesn't surprise me, since you just appeared. That's my home. It wasn't always called the Darklands, but for some reason I can't remember what it used to be called. It used to be a wonderful, lush land, rich in its people and cultures, a bustling place of excitement. Then one day, everyone and everything just disappeared. I woke up alone in my city. I went to the castle in a panic looking for a benevolent royal family, but the castle was just as empty as my city. I fell before the royal thrones and wept. What was I to do? Where was I to go? And then it happened. A monstrous beast stepped up behind me and demanded to know what I was doing there, in his castle. The audacity! much we quarreled, I couldn't get any answers for what happened. And then he banished me. She pulls down her sleeve and you see just a brand on her shoulder. This mark keeps me from returning. All I want is to go home. Go home to my lands, my people, my royal family, my farm, my chickens. But I can't go home. Now that I've been banished from the Darklands, and I still don't know what happened. No one does.
Knowledge Arcana to see if I can tell what the branding is. Oh wow, that's pretty bad. $11.
As far as you can tell, it's a brand that has magic surrounding it that's keeping her from going there. That's all you can really tell. Let me see. Kind of looks. Looks like an arch. It looks like an arch with an eyeball almost. Not quite an eyeball, but you know. And it looks pretty painful. Get your reference.
Okay. Hadn't ever seen a mark like that before.
Not a lot of people have, if anyone. So I know how you feel. Just as much as I want to go home. Just as much as you want to go home. Just as much as Brunhild wants to go home. We can't.
Is there a library around here? Or a collection of books?
Well, she gestures to the 3 houses. There might be some books in one of those houses, but as for a library, nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to the first house and knock on the door, see if I can borrow any books.
Hold that thought. The tavern!
Okay.
Safe to say you've probably finished your drink by now.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to the moose and ask why the daughter and mother are here from the minstrel hall.
Isn't it obvious? They were hungry.
But she let them go. She didn't seem to want them to leave.
Nautica has a tendency to change her whims on a moment's notice.
Is she the leader of this village?
Aye.
Yes.
Aye. Aye,
Oh,
aye.
oh,
Aye, aye, Captain. Sorry. Yeah.
Aye.
How did she become leader of this village?
That, I don't know. All I know is, one day I woke up here, just like the rest of you. But unlike you, I can't leave.
So there are ways to leave.
Mm-hmm. Though not quite in the way you would expect. And if you ask me, you're starting to get a little too nosy for my likes.
Obviously,
you
you
want-
can't leave by horse because that stable was
If you want more answers to your questions, you're gonna have to pay the right price.
$119. So it's bottom.
You mean this blank area right here?
Yeah, why is it blank?
Because you didn't put down.
Do you have the most current version on here? Or is it on your computer?
It's on there. It should be on there.
Doesn't seem to have saved.
Does it have your spells on there at least?
Yes, it has my spells.
Okay. Yeah, it's 119 gold.
Okay. And what is the right price?
Oh, that's up to you.
5 gold.
5 gold. If you keep journeying where you came from with the pokalele herbs, eventually you'll come to a swamp. That's all she says.
I wasn't born this morning. 18 pages fine.
Thank you, kind moose. I'm gonna leave the tavern.
Not a moose! Da leaves the tavern.
We should all do something. Let's go on an adventure. What do you guys say? Save the bandits.
What kind of adventure are you thinking? The last adventure we tried to have ended up with everything being burned!
Well, see, that crazy guy is no longer here. Go find something to beat up.
Huh. To
And
beat
I'm
up.
the crazy guy.
I'm a fighter.
To beat up.
Yeah. Nothing better than a nice fight. Something that's drag out, just bloody, and let's find a gladiatorial arena.
We've already got one! One of the bandits smashes her goblet on the table. Let's fight!
Cool.
And thus begins a freaking tavern brawl. Out of nowhere, a piano appears, with a man playing it, old Western style.
Are you not entertained?
So it's utter chaos right now. The Minotaur joins in the mix, and these two are fleeing. Nope. They nope to the fuck out of there. Nick, you stopped at the first house.
Knock, knock, knock.
A child answers. It's past my bedtime.
Do you have any books I can borrow?
No,
Trying to do some research for the crazy lady.
I don't have any books.
Okay.
I have a banana.
Okay.
Would you like the banana?
Sure.
She hands you a pristine banana. I have to go now. I have to
Okay.
go to bed. Closes the door. Very gently. What a nice child. Add a banana to your inventory.
Okay.
Now Nick's got the banana.
Yes, mother. Mama.
Oh, she's taking Steven now to her new person. Bye, Steven. The kitten found a home. So the first adopter didn't work out, sadly. So now what are you gonna do?
Go to the second house.
You go to the second house. Do you knock or barge in?
I knock.
She opens the door. It's like 3 in the morning. Can I help you?
I'm
You
trying to do-
interrupted my beauty sleep, and I'll have you know that it takes a lot of beauty sleep to stay as beautiful as I am.
Yes, you are.
I don't want to hear any excuses. What do you want?
Looking for some books.
Go find a library. Slams the door. That's a better response than what he got the first time.
It's because I went.
I'll knock on the door again.
She flings it open all the way and goes, "There's no books in my house! Go find a library!" And gestures to a very bare house with a fireplace and a little tiny straw bed in the corner. And that's it.
Okay. Sorry to bother you.
Better
Have a good night.
You'd better be sorry. Slams the door shut so hard her house shakes.
I suppose that's why she chose Rarity for her.
It's more stable than that stable.
All right. Do you dare try the
Go
third
to the
house?
third house.
Before you can knock, the door just flings itself open. No, I don't have any books. And I would thank you to not wake up my neighbor at 3 a.m. in the morning. Because now she's going to start singing to herself, and her singing is awful. And now I won't be able to sleep.
Got a banana.
No! Take your banana, shove it down your pants. Slams her door shut. Cap? So you've left the tavern and you notice you can hear quite a commotion coming. It's probably a good thing you left already. And you see the mother and daughter fleeing towards the well.
Okay. I'll follow them and see what they're doing before I go west again.
So you catch up to them. They wheel around. Once again, the mother gets between you and her child. Why are you following us? What do you want?
Well, now that we're alone, what is going on?
It's not safe to talk here. Come to the well. So
Okay.
y'all scurry to the well. And she climbs in. As does the daughter.
Why are you climbing into the well?
Get in here!
Okay.
But I was the crazy one for going to the well.
There is a difference. You just. Well,
There's a difference between a safe space to talk and diving in head first after an echo. Okay, now that we're alone, have you ever heard of the Darklands?
Not right.
The Darklands is where we're from. We had to find sanctuary somewhere. It wasn't safe for us to stay there anymore. And we don't want anyone to know that we're from the Darklands. It could lead to our deaths. I can't tell you why, and I won't tell you why, but now we find ourselves enslaved and having to stay here. There's no way for us to leave. There's no way for us, for Brunhild, or for the crazy old witch to leave.
That is quite a conundrum.
But the rest of you and your merry band of bandits, you're free. I would tell you, run. Just run. Never come back. You hear what sounds like Lion King in the distance.
Okay, I'll climb out the well and go west.
You're not gonna get your companions? You're just gonna leave?
Yeah, they left me.
I didn't leave nobody.
Wow, okay.
I didn't leave nobody.
Well, Cass leaves. For now, she's gone. She's completely gone. What are you two idiots doing?
Do I see them getting into the well?
Oh no, do you?
Yes.
You do. So you have the choice to follow Kath since she's leaving, or see what they're still doing in the well.
I look down into the well and I go, why did she leave?
She's leaving because it's safer that word. It's safer that way. You guys are able to leave. You might as well get out and run for it.
Then why don't you?
We can't. We're enslaved.
Why?
I wish I knew, but we can't leave any more than the witch or Brunhild can leave. You and your band of merry bandits are the only ones who can go. So we tell you, run.
Do you have a brand as well?
No. What do you mean, brand? What do you mean, as well?
Okay, never mind.
Here's an important piece of information. Bye.
Honey, this is why you don't talk to strangers. Some of them are...
I'm not crazy, I just don't want to give away. Just don't want to tell somebody else's
And
secret.
then he dove into the well.
So would you like to go see what's going on at the tavern because it's quite a ruckus, or are you just gonna follow Kath?
I'll go into the tavern.
You see an all-out brawl. Things are broken, people are screaming, laughing, bloodied. The Minotaur looks like she's having an absolute blast. She's got him dangling by the ankle.
How tall is she?
She's like 8 feet.
Ah!
Jesus!
Cat. It was a cat.
She's that over there.
Brat?
Are you okay, babe?
Yeah, she just dug her claws into into the inside of my leg.
Ouch. We all know that pain. Well, it's too late now.
Yeah, I know.
Press
It's
F in
fine.
the chat.
F. So, she's got him dangling by his ankle.
And I'm holding onto her ankle. Or thigh.
Yeah, you've got her by like right here where the hip connects. You're out. She's having a great time. She's laughing. Over in the corner, you see what looks like just a ball of clouds, and once in a while, you'll see a foot or a fist or like a face getting thrown out and then stuck back in.
Like a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the well and ask them about the Darklands. Do you know anything about the Darklands?
Yes. Why?
I'm trying to find out what they are. And
The Darklands are to the west. They were our home. We can no longer go back there, and I cannot and will not tell you why. But just know that it is no longer the place it used to be.
yeah, I got that from the crazy lady.
Well, then you know all you need to know. And you can stop bothering my daughter.
Used to be bright and sunny.
I did.
That's why it's called the Darklands. Duh.
I'm not bothering your daughter. I was just asking you for information.
You can leave.
Okay.
She's not very friendly with you at all. So, are you going to follow Kath?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
guess.
You just poof.
I'm sitting there.
The party's been split.
They haven't told me anything. I'm sitting here in the brawl.
That's true. You guys are assholes. Just left him there in the brawl, without telling him where you're going.
Oh, actually, first I go back and pack up my camp, and then I go follow Kath.
I kind of assumed you packed up your camp when you went to visit the houses. So,
Okay.
Is the brawl done yet?
do you want it to be done? Then it's done.
Okay. So we're all laughing, having a good time.
Everyone is beat up, but it was a good brawl. It'll be one that's spoken of for years to come. So now you have to decide what to do with this merry band of bandits. And you should probably look into where your friends are, or were,
Your friend.
your party members, who have done the ultimate sin and split the party.
Why are you looking at him? You did it too.
You started it!
Yeah.
No, he started it.
No, you started it by just dipping
Leaving.
off. You split the party. He's trying to follow you.
Only after he left us first.
Yeah, but he didn't leave.
He didn't leave. He was still
He
here.
made camp.
He
There's
made camp, assuming we were probably gonna join him at the camp.
Well, I made camp assuming that you guys were going to eat and then either go to bed or whatever.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to go back into that bar.
because of the brawl.
Well,
I'm a tiny 4 foot.
yeah,
person.
that left. You left a perfectly good tavern with food and drink and soft beds.
I'm a wizard. I'm generally an asshole anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm a chaotic neutral person, so yeah.
So, whilst you're talking to yourselves and deciding what to do next, the daughter and her mother come in. Hey! You!
Okay, I was not like, ooh.
You!
Hey, you with the hair.
Hi.
Your friends left. You might want to join them.
Yeah, probably.
Take your other friends with you. We don't need their kind here.
That's rude.
You're rude.
How am I rude?
You assaulted the Minotaur!
It wasn't my fault. I was trying to slap my friend on the back and he moved.
You assaulted the Minotaur.
Well, she assaulted me back.
She's not saying anything. She's just watching this, eating popcorn. She and a couple of ants are all just from the same bucket.
all the bandits are like,
Yeah, they're just stealing a little piece here and there. Anyway, I strongly suggest you leave.
Okay.
Are you taking the bandits with you?
Of course. They're my friends.
Okay. So Matt and his merry band of bandits. So don't fall over. You leave. Which way are you going, though?
It's a good question.
They went to the west, dumbass.
Go west, young men.
We're not men.
to the wild, wild west.
So you all went west, and now you have an entire band of bandits added to the fucking party.
Could have been worse.
We're gonna abandon the Minotaur also.
I could have scared the bandits away.
Yeah, this time I gave you less bandits than last time, and yeah, at least you didn't scare them away this time. Would you guys like to stop at this point or keep going?
I need food.
Okay, I'm gonna end the stream then.